Hello grade 12, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine, staying at home. So today we will discuss the last part of this chapter, Chapter 5, topic Principles of Inheritance and Variation. So let's start this lecture. Color blindness. The X-linked disorders in which person cannot identify few color. That is also X-linked disorder or sex-linked disorders. Okay, the normal human retina contain two kind of light sensitive cells. There are two kinds of light sensitive cells, the rod cells and the cone cells. Rod cell will active only in the low light, whereas cone cells active in normal daylight and responsible for color perception. Normally there are three kinds of the cones: red cone, green cone and the blue cone. Each one is sensitive to a specific range of wavelength. Now, types of color blindness. First is the monochromatism. It is the condition of complete color blindness in which a person can see all the colors as shades of grey. Second, dichromatism. The condition of partial color blindness in which only two colors are perceptible. Example, red green and blue yellow. Third is the daltonism. It is a condition of color blind person who unable to identify red green color. Now, protanopia. It is a color blindness characterized by defective perception of red and confusion of red with green or bluish green color. Next is the duroponia, a form of color blindness that is characterized by insensitivity to the green color. So these are the types of the color blindness. You can see in the image also. That is the example of color blindness. Now, sickle cell anemia. In sickle cell anemia, the change in the amino acid sequence that causes hemoglobin molecule to crystallize when oxygen level in the blood are low. As a result, red blood cells become sickle shaped and got stuck in the small blood vessels. Okay. Sickle cell anemia is autosomal linked recessive trait that is transmitted from the parents. Both partners are carrier or heterozygous, that controlled by single pair of the alleles, if that is carrier. In homozygous condition, that means HbS and HbS, that means hemoglobins suffer from sickle cell disease. But in the heterozygous individual, that HbA and HbS in which unaffected but carrier. As I told you in hemophilia, defect is due to the substitution of the glutamic acid by the valine at the 6th position beta globin chain of the hemoglobin. So due to this substitution of single base at a 6th codon of beta globin gene from GAG to GUG. GAG is the guanine, adenine, guanine, and GUG is the guanine, uracil guanine. The mutant hemoglobin, that polymerizations under low oxygen tension causing change in the shape of RBCs from biconvex to sickle-like structure. Then phenylketonuria, that is inborn error of the metabolism, that is inherited as autosomal recessive trait. It affected individual lack enzyme that convert amino acid phenylalanine to tyrosine. Those person who is suffering from phenylketonuria, they lack that enzyme. Phenylalanine accumulate and convert to that phenyl pyruvic acid and other derivative. Accumulation occur in the brain and cause mental retardation. Excreted in the urine and then poor absorptions occur by the kidney. Peoples with PKU, that means phenylketonuria, have a defective PAH enzyme. Okay, after they are eaten, proteins that are broken down into individual amino acids. One of these amino acids is the phenylalanine. PKU is the toxic level of the phenylalanine. Normally, the PAH enzyme break down the phenylalanine, but people with PKU have a defective pH enzyme, so toxic level of phenylalanine build up in their bodies. Now, chromosomal disorder, that is caused due to absence or excess or abnormal arrangement of one or more chromosomes. Causes: first, failure of the segregation of chromatid, in which cell division cycles gain or loss of the chromosome, that is aneuploidy, which can be seen in the Down syndrome. In the Down syndrome, extra copy of the 21 chromosome can be seen, that means trisomy is there. Turner syndrome, in which loss of an X chromosome in the female, which leads to monosomy. Second, failure of the cytokinesis after telophase, that increase in whole set of the chromosome, which causes polyploidy, but that can be seen in the plants. Down syndrome, the presence of an additional copy of the chromosome number 21, that means trisomy of the 21 chromosome occur. That described by Langdon Down in 1866. That's why that disease is known as Down syndrome. The symptoms: short statured body, small round head, furrowed tongue, partial open mouth, broad palm with palm crease, physical psychomotors, and mental retardations. Then Klinefelter syndrome, in which the presence of additional copy of the X chromosome. Okay, that means trisomy. Karyotype of this 47, that means XXY, you can see in the given image. Overall masculine developments along with feminine development, that means development of the breast occur for the sterile person. Then Turner syndrome, in which the absence of one of the X chromosome, that means monosomy occur. And karyotype, in which 45, that XOO is the nil. Female sterile, ovaries are rudimentary and lack of secondary sexual character. These are the Turner syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome. Here you can see monosomy and trisomy. The next lecture we will discuss next chapter. Till then, stay at home, stay safe, be happy, and thank you.